Welcome to Weaving Happiness Through Grief, where we navigate the delicate balance between love, loss, and the resilient heart. I'm Stephanie, an author and storyteller who found joy and healing after the unimaginable heartbreak of losing a once-in-a-lifetime love. This podcast dives into the raw truth of grief, the beauty of cherished memories, and the hope of new beginnings. Through my journey, rediscovering happiness and opening my heart again, I've learned that grief and joy can coexist, and love can find us when we least expect it. Join me as we honor the past, embrace the present, and step boldly into the future with courage and vulnerability. Let's celebrate the resilience of the human spirit and the beauty of living fully, even after a loss. Welcome back. Today, I want to talk about feeling empowered. All of these things that happened throughout my life, all of these wonderful experiences and challenges and sorrowful and painful moments, I've allowed them to shape me and empower me. I've taken this journey through highs and lows throughout my entire life, and I'm 56, and I'm sitting here, and I know that each journey, each moment, each challenge, each wonderful experience that I've had, every journey of traveling the world to losing a loved one, including my dad that passed about a year and a half ago. All of these things, I've allowed them to empower me rather than bring me down. Through each one of them, somehow I have been able to train my mind to find hope, find those silver linings. I do a lot of self-love. I do a lot of self-care, but nothing crazy. And that's not unique, and it's not unique, I don't find. It's just things that I know make me happy, and I make those lists and I do those things. I go for a run. I spend time with a friend. If I'm feeling down, I pick up the phone and go to my call list still and talk to that one person that I need a laugh or I need to vent or whatever it might be. And these little things I do in life are what help me take these moments of tragedy and find hope out of them and not dwell in that dark place, because it's so easy to be in the dark place. It's really easy to sit there in the thick of the ugly grief, sadness. It's easy because it's harder to push yourself out of it. It just is. But it's very doable, and I think it's doable for everybody. Our own individual lives, that's our biggest project. I always find that I'm growing, I'm evolving. Sometimes for the good and maybe sometimes for the not so good. And I have these talks with my kids a lot about how we evolve, how we grow. And I have these talks with Tim. And I say to him things like, the relationship I had with Jeff, sometimes we do talk about that, but in a way where I say, if we want this to be special, which it is already special. So I don't say our relationship has to be special, but what I might say is something like, if we want that intangible feeling that Tim and I both feel and we love, it's work. It takes effort. And Jeff and I may have made it seem like it was easy and seamless, but it takes work, and it does take a lot of effort. But not effort in a bad way. It's about evolving and changing and growing and learning from the mistakes and learning from the challenges in life and pushing through the challenges in life. Because one thing I know for certain is that more are going to come. I don't know what they're going to be. I know that I haven't been through them all, but I know they're temporary. Every challenge I've been through, it never lasts forever. It's temporary. And that's life. If we look at it like, poor me, oh my gosh, it's horrible, this thing happened, this thing. And we can have those moments of feeling shitty inside and feeling down on ourselves. And those I find are very acceptable, and you should have those moments, but you can't stay in them for too long. This isn't a hall pass to stay there forever. One thing people ask me a lot of, they said, how angry were you? Did you get angry when Jeff died? Did you get angry at God? Did you lose your faith? Those kinds of things. And I can say that I never was angry. I was sad. I was very, very sad. I still miss him terribly. I miss him with every part of my being. And as much as I loved him, I still miss Jeff so, so much. And I miss all the things we used to do and how we used to dance. And Tim doesn't like to dance, and that's okay. I dance anyway. I'll dance alone. I'll dance with whoever I can find. But I was never angry. My faith in God and my faith in myself and in the people that I've surrounded myself with in my life, my children, my family, my friends, they kept me sane. They helped lift me up. And one of the phrases I love is, we rise by lifting others. And I have been so blessed and so fortunate to have a circle around me of people that lift me up. And I know I lift them up too because they tell me, and it's this wonderful relationship. When I spoke, I think it was in one of the very first podcasts about what happened with my dad and his gambling. And then I would go to these Gam-Anon meetings, and they had the Serenity Prayer. They have them for Alcoholics Anonymous, Gamblers Anonymous. And I sat in these meetings with my mom as she was healing and learning how to deal with my dad's gambling. The Serenity Prayer, I think, is so important in life, and it can be used in all facets of life. I don't care who you are or what you do. And this is something that I'm starting to talk to my children about, because I didn't realize how important that was in my childhood to help shape me. And it was kind of that thread that I lived through my life. Even though I didn't have an addiction, I lived through my dad's addiction. And that serenity prayer is, God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. There are certain things in life that we can change. There's certain things in life that we can do, and we can take control of, and we can manipulate and maneuver it around. And I love doing that. I love being in control of certain things. It's my personality. But there are some things that we just have to let go. And we have to know the difference. We really have to know to accept those things we cannot change. And when something comes in front of us that we can change, and we want to change, and we want to be different, if we want to get out of that hole of maybe darkness that we're in after a loss of a loved one, we have to have the courage to push ourselves to get out of that hole. And it's hard sometimes. It's so painfully hard. And I've had to do it many times over. But I dig deep down inside, and I find that courage. And all these tools throughout my entire life, they were stepping stones, and they were building blocks. And they got me to this place to have this courage to make these changes and know the difference of things I can control and what I can't control, and what I want to change and what I need to change. I love running. I've talked about it on and off. It's throughout my book. But life is a marathon. It's an endless miles of marathon. And if we think it's going to be easy, it's not. Because you hit a stride and it feels good, and you're in the zone when you're running. And you're in this zone and it feels so amazing, and you just feel like, oh my God, I could do 50 more. But then one more, and then something happens in your body and you want to give out, your foot hurts, your knee hurts. But mentally, we have to push ourselves through that pain, through that moment. And that's one of the beautiful things. I didn't start running until I was in my early to mid 40s. It was a new phenomenon for me. Someone wanted to do it, a girlfriend, let's try it. And one thing led to another, and I started running. And I learned so much from it, but life is so much like running a marathon. It's an endless marathon of miles. And we never know what the next one's going to look like or feel like. We just have to be prepared and have those tools and those coping skills. And these are the things I've learned throughout my life and all the struggles and challenges I've had on my marathon. And I know there's more to come. I'm not naive to think that my perfect little life is all set up and I'm going to be in Australia. I know it's not. Something's going to happen. I'm not hoping, and I'm not wishing, and I'm not waiting for it. I'm not even trying to think about it. But I am certain something will happen. And I don't know what it looks like or what it feels like, but I'll be prepared for it. In this marathon of life, it's being prepared for the unknown. So when it happens, we can handle it, and we can find joy and happiness and love and laughter, and we can come out on the other side of it. And that's what I'm doing. And that's what I want to do with you too. As we close this episode of Weaving Happiness Through Grief, I want to thank you for joining me on this journey of remembrance, resilience, and rediscovery. Loss is a path none of us choose, but together we can walk through it, honoring the love that was and of the life that still awaits us. If today's story touched a part of your own journey, know that you're not alone. Grief, though profound, doesn't close us off from joy. It teaches us how to hold space for both love and loss. And sometimes, it opens our hearts to unexpected new beginnings. Join me next time as we continue to explore healing, acceptance, and the beautiful bittersweet moments that remind us life can still be filled with happiness. And remember, while we honor the love that has shaped us, we open ourselves to the hope that the future holds. Please head over to the show notes to find out more of the ways I offer guidance on the topics I discuss in the podcast, or visit thestephanieduran.com. Until next time, take gentle steps forward, hold your memories close, and know that joy and love, in all its forms, continues on.